Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Hope I'm audible. Hope I'm audible to everyone. Hello. Am I audible? Yes. I think I'm able to get the replays. Yes, sir. Super. Good.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Perfect. Good. Since today is the first class you are trying to connect through Skillery here, there might be some problem initially. Fine. So that is the reason it is getting delayed. But every time, every day, by 6:40 we will start the class. Sir. 6:30 the time. We will wait for 10 minutes, then we'll start off the class. Fine. Super. I think we'll proceed. All right, so super good. So let us start with the Java. So before I even proceed with Java, I just first want to give you the syllabus for Java. So as I already said in the introduction class, so our Java will be right from the basic. We will be starting the Java right from where, sir? Basic. Even if you don't have any basic knowledge of Java or any programming languages, also doesn't matter. Fine. The whole Java I categorize into three modules or three sections. Fine. So first one is the basic section. So I'm going to write it here. First one I call it as section 1, which I'm calling it as basic section. This is my basic section. And section 2 would be my actual Java. That is where I will be starting with your OOPS concept. Fine, sir? And section 3 will be libraries. So what do we do in section 1? First, let me discuss about introduction part, and let us discuss about what is JDK, what is JRE, what is JVM, and so on. Fine. So after this, we will talk about something like our first Hello World program. Here you will understand how to compile a Java program, how to run the Java program, what is bytecode file, what is platform dependent, what is platform independent, all these different Java terminologies you will understand. So after this, let's move on to keywords and identifiers. After this, we'll talk about operators concept. After this, we'll talk about control statement. Control statement. Sir, in control statements, we'll discuss about branching control statements. And the other one is looping control statements. Both of these two consider control statements. After this, very important concept called methods, which we also heard by the name functions. After this, we'll discuss about basics of arrays, and then we will talk about basics of string. Sir, why I'm telling basics here? Tell me, sir. Because detailed things about arrays and detailed things about strings we will be covering in the separate programming class. And remember, sir, we had programming class separately where we will solve array related programs, string related program, number programs, pattern programs. Fine, sir. There we will discuss in depth, but here we'll talk about basics, sir. Initial. What is a string? You people should be able to answer. Fine. What is array? How to declare and initialize array? You people should be able to do it. So fine. Super. So soon after your basic section, next we will move on to section 2, which we call it as actual Java. That is nothing but OOPS concept. This is where our actual Java starts. Object-oriented programming concept. Fine. Sir, in object-oriented programming concept, what do we do? Here I'm going to write the details. Here we'll understand about classes and objects. And the second thing we will discuss about constructors, and next we will discuss about inheritance. The next thing we will talk about overloading versus overriding. We discuss what's up overloading versus overriding. And the next important thing we will talk about polymorphism. Okay, after this we will talk about packages, and after this we will talk about we have something called as abstract class and abstract method. Sir, all the headings what I am giving here is just the top level headings, sir. We need to understand each of these in depth. Right, sir? Packages, let me write abstract class, and here I'll write uh, interfaces. Interface. Then after this, we'll talk about abstraction. And after this, we'll talk about, after abstraction, we'll discuss about Java Bean class. After this, we will talk about, we have singleton class. So these are the things we will be discussing in core OOPS concept, where polymorphism, constructor, overloading, overriding, your abstraction, encapsulation, data hiding, everything will be discussed in our section 2. Fine. So after our section 3, soon after our section 3, we will move on to the third section. We call this as libraries. We call it as what, sir? Library section. So in the library section, we will discuss about object class and method. And after this, we will talk something about string class. Sir, in the section 1, have you noticed, sir, I said basics of string, correct? So detailed things in string we will discuss in, sir, section 3. So string class and its method. After this, we will talk about exception handling. Then after exception handling, we will discuss about very important topic for your interview, that is collection framework library. So before that, we'll discuss about, when there is a small concept called wrapper classes. So after this collection framework library, we'll discuss about, we have something like multi-threading, and then we will discuss about Java 1.8 features. Sir, what do we discuss in Java 1.8? We will talk about functional interface. Then we will discuss about lambda expression. Correct, sir? Then we will understand something like functional interface, lambda expression, functional programming. So this is what we will discuss, the key features of 1.8. So fine. So this is all you people will get, and at the end, if time, this is not that important, but still, last one we will discuss about file handling. So this is what you people will be learning in only core Java. Remember, sir, whatever topics or whatever syllabus I am giving here, it is not entire core syllabus. Whatever syllabus I am giving here is only core Java syllabus. What's up? What is this, sir? Please tell me. It is only what, sir? Core Java. Core Java syllabus. Fine, sir. Now, sir, for this core Java syllabus to finish, I need at least 60 classes. How many classes are required for me to finish this up? 60 classes are required to finish all these things. Once you complete all these things, then your advanced Java will become easy. If you want, you can go for Android. If you want, you can go for learn Python. If you want, you can learn Big Data Hadoop. If you want, you can learn .NET. For all other things to learn, this is very important, and this is very fundamental. Clear, guys? Yes? Perfect. Now, if I ask you some questions, sir, among these three sections, which section is most important for your interview? Interview, sir. Sir, I want to clear interview. I want to get a job. Which section I have to be very strong at? Section 1, section 2, section 3. Yes, guys? 1, 2, 3.
So section 3, sir.
Section 3. Okay. Next.
2 is important, sir.
2 is important. Next.
Sir, both first section and second, sir.
Both first and second is important. Next.
Sir, second one.
Second one is important. Yes. Next.
Second one, sir.
Good. Perfect, sir. Good. So you know one thing, so the hot cake section for your interview, is your section 3. What is that, sir? Section 3 is called as the hot cake for your interview. Suppose if your interview is happening for about 1 hour, 40-45 minutes you can expect the questions only from section 3. 40 to 45 minutes you can expect the questions only from section 3. Sir, in section 3 what is important? Sir, these 3 things are very important. String, exception handling, collection, multi-threading. Sir, if you're not good at these 4 things, right? String, exception, collection, multi-threading, forget about getting a job in Java. Forget it, sir. Don't even dream of getting a job in Java. These 4 things has to be very, 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 very strong in order to get a job, in order to sustain, in order to get good package, in order to understand data structure, in order to build a good career in your IT journey. For all these things, these 4 topics has to be excellent. Sir, I'm average. No average, sir. It has to be excellent. These 4 topics: strings, exception, collection, and multi-threading. Fine, sir? Okay. Sir, let us do one thing. Let us start from exception directly, or let us start from string, or let us start from section 3 directly, sir, because you are telling it is very, very important, right? Can we do that? Sir, it is like, a kid wants to become a doctor and he wants to join MBBS, college directly. He wants to get an admission to the college directly because he wants to become a doctor. I am telling it is important, sir. Pehle hi wo kar do. First only you do it of this. Possible, sir? Possible, sir? No, it is not possible. Always remember, to understand section 3, section 2 has to be very, very strong. Section 2, especially, I forgot one more important concept in section 2. I'll just add it here, sir. Not to worry. I'll just add it here. How can I forget this? Can you guess what I have missed in section 2, sir? That is typecasting. What is missing one, sir? Typecasting. Without typecasting, there is no Java. Typecasting is one of the critical, important concept of Java, sir. Yes. So this typecasting, polymorphism, overloading, overriding, your abstraction, your interface, your constructor, inheritance, all these concepts has to be very sound, very strong in order to understand section 3 properly. So, in section 2, what we do, sir, in section 2, we will understand the concept. This is constructor, this is inheritance, this is overloading, this is overriding, this is package, this is polymorphism, this is interface, this is abstraction. We will understand the concepts of. We will apply all those concepts in section 3. Overloading, why are we overloading? You will understand in section 3. Overriding, why we should override? You will get more and more exposures in section 3. Inheritance you will use, interface you will use, abstraction you will use, your typecasting you will use, your overriding you will use, polymorphism you will use, your constructors you will use. Section 3 is a revision of section 2, in fact. In section 3, what are we going to do, sir? We will revise entire section 2 once again with the new concept. Fine, sir? So for understanding section 3, section 2 has to be very, very strong. Fine, sir? Sir, do one thing, sir. Let us start from section 2. Let us start from section 2. Sir, I can start from section 2. It is not like I cannot. I can start from section 2. But the problem is, there are some people here who are from mechanical background. There are some people here who are from EC background. There are some people here who are from EEE background, telecom background. They don't have much knowledge about programming. They don't know how to declare. They don't know how to initialize. They don't know for loop properly. They don't know while loop properly. They don't know how to call a method, how to write a method. They have no idea about all these things. And one more thing, even CSIS people also don't know all this. For your information, even CSIS people also don't know any of this. So that is the reason initial 10-15 days of my class, at least 10 to 15 of my classes will go only in basic. We'll go only in what's the basic. Try to understand how Java is different from other language. Why are we studying Java? What is platform dependent? What is platform independent? Fine. How to declare a variable? How to write a method? How to call a method? How exactly for loop works? How exactly while loop works? Small programs like checking a number is odd or even. How exactly control statement works? How branching statement works? How looping statement works? And how to declare and initialize an array? How to declare and initialize a string. These basic things, when you understand, then getting OOPS concept will become easy for you. Understanding the OOPS concepts will become easy for you. Once you become very strong in OOPS concept, then understanding section 3 will become easy for you. Once you understand section 1, section 2, section 3 properly, like this, you all people will get a job. You all people will get a job. Your job is just a matter of time, provided if you are strong in all these three, especially section 2 and 3, especially 2 and 3. It has to be very strong. Sir, can I skip anything here? You cannot skip anything, sir, because everything in core Java is important. Sir, J2EE, interviewer says, okay, fine, no problem. I don't know frameworks. Interviewer will, that's okay, fine. Sir, I don't know Java. Not acceptable. Sir, I am not very good in J2EE. Fine, acceptable. But you have to be excellent in core Java. You have to be excellent in core Java. If you're not good in this core Java, sir, trust me, not just Java. You will be failed to understand any other languages in the world. Python you won't get properly. Data structure only, gone case. Then .NET, gone. Your big data Hadoop, if you want, gone. DevOps, your what is that? J2EE frameworks, gone. Your Android development, gone. Your React JS, Node.js, JavaScript, everything is gone if you are not good in Java. I'm telling you, sir, this is very, very, very important. That is the reason most of the companies hire if you have strong knowledge of Java, sir. You know, the 90% of the companies which come to JSpire to hire, they expect at least Java has to be strong. At least Java has to be strong. J2EE framework is second thing we look at. But Java has to be very, very strong. There is no compromise in Java. There is no compromise in Java. So basics in Java not acceptable. Seriously, it is not acceptable. And many CSIS people have studied core Java in your academic also. In your academic also you have studied so. But what you have studied, how you have studied, how did you do the mug-ups, how did you at the standard questions? Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that, sir. Here we need to understand each and every concept in depth. We need to understand each and every concept, what, sir? In depth. Are you guys clear? Did you guys understood? No questions, right? Yes. Perfect. Sir, when I'm writing something, if you guys want, you guys can take a pic in between. You don't need to ask permission and all. You guys can take a pic. Fine. And I'm going to record your videos, whatever videos, whatever classes I'm doing. All these classes videos will be recorded, and I will be uploading all these videos in the Google Drive, in my Google Drive, and I will share the link to you. And if you want to revise any of the concept, if you want to go through any of the concept once again, you can go through anytime, sir. Not a problem. You can go through it. Not at all a problem. Clear? Yes. But don't ask me the videos immediately, because once the video is once I close the class, I have to convert that video. Each video to convert it will take 4 hours. How much time it will take, sir? 4 hours time it will take to convert one class video. Sir, I have 5 classes running in a day. So it will take 10, how much hour? Almost 20, 22 hours, 24 hours it will take to convert a video, sir. My system, my laptop is 24/7 is online. I mean, I'm not going to shut down the laptop. Even now, if you see here, there are some videos which are still getting converted. I have kept it for conversion. Yes, it takes time. It takes a lot of time for. I'm telling one video to convert it will take 5 hours. Immediately, I'll not be able to give. At least within 1 or 2 days, I will upload the videos, whatever I am doing it. Are you guys clear? Everybody? Perfect. Any question here in the syllabus? Any questions, sir?
No, sir.
Yeah, super. Perfect. All right. Sir, after we complete this core Java, then you can go for advanced Java and those things. You don't have anything in advanced Java, sir. If you're good in core Java, advanced Java, you can enjoy, you can play, and you can just kill the advanced Java. You don't have any rocket science there. Fine. Super. Now let us go to the next one. Sir, I will learn this entire core Java. Whatever you have written here, syllabus, I will become very strong in this. I will give marks. You take my interview, sir. You ask me whatever questions you want. You will be able to answer. You are a tiger in Java now. You all are lions in Java. Now tell me, sir, after you become very good in core Java, can you call yourself a software engineer? Can you call yourself a software engineer? Sir, I am a software engineer now because I know very good Java. Can you call yourself a software engineer, sir? Can you? No. Why? If you cannot call software engineer yourself, then after learning core Java also you can't call a software engineer. You cannot become a software engineer. No.
The experience.
No, experience will come when you start working. When you start your career, experience will come. My question is, suppose, for example, after I complete this entire Java, you whatever question I ask, you are able to answer. You are excellent in core Java, communication, programming wise, concept wise. You know everything in Java, sir. But can you call a software engineer yourself? No, sir. You cannot become a software engineer after completing core Java. You cannot. You cannot. Sir, then what is that I will become, sir? You will become only very good programmer. You will be just called what, sir? Very good programmer. You are not a software engineer. Why, sir? Why? Very simple. When we think of a software, right? Let's say we have software here. We have a software here. All the softwares that we use, all the softwares that we have seen are categorized into two types. Softwares are categorized into how many types? Of two types. One is we call it as desktop based software, which is also known as standalone software. And the other software is client server based software. What is the second software, sir? Client server based software. Every software that we use and that we have seen that we are using, all the software belongs to say any one of these two, sir. Either they are desktop based software or they are your client server based software. Now, any idea, sir, what is the meaning of desktop based software or standalone software? Any idea? Anybody has an idea, sir? What is the meaning of standalone? Or what is the meaning of desktop based?
So, which runs without internet.
Who is speaking?
Sir, Alok Singh Namis.
Okay, good. Very good. Very good. Next. Anybody?
For client server based, we need internet, sir.
Okay. You are answering active voice, passive voice, no? Here internet is required. Here
No,
internet
it's
is
like
not. Here database is required. Here database is not required. This is how you have answered the questions in engineering colleges also. Correct, sir? 4 marks question, 4 active voice, passive voice differences.
Yeah, sir.
Very good. Superb, sir. Good. You are right. Absolutely right. Fine, sir. Now, technically, you people should answer, sir. Don't answer like, internet is required. No. Sir, desktop-based softwares are those softwares which runs on a single system. What is it, sir? This software runs on a single system. Sir, when I say which runs on a single system, means what? It doesn't require internet. Correct, sir? It doesn't require database. It doesn't require any server. Nothing, sir. Server is also not required. Database is also not required. Internet is also required. Such softwares which runs on a single system without the help of all these, we call such softwares as what, sir? Desktop-based softwares. Sir, can you give me some examples? Also, yes. All of you use the calculator, no? Yes. All of you have the
MS.
yes. Tell me, sir. MS
MS
Office, right? all of you have used, say for example, what is that, sir? VLC player. In your college days, you might be enjoying with VLC player, correct, sir? And then we have your, what is that? MS Paint, the one I am using now. It is do you need any internet for this? Do you need any database for this? Do you need any server for this? No. Fine, sir. Then we have MS Office, which MS Word, PowerPoint, everything, so etc. Just right, etc. DVD players, all these things, all these softwares we called as what, sir? Yes, single system they can run without the help of what, sir? Internet, without the help of database, without the help of server. Clear? But here, client server softwares requires what? First thing, it requires internet. Compulsory internet is required. So yes, it requires, some cases we need database, some cases we need server. Such softwares which requires these things we called as what, sir? Server software. Sir, can you give me some examples, sir? How many examples we need? What examples can you give, sir? Gmail. Yes, sir. Your Facebook, and next your Insta. All are using this now, correct, sir? You have your that IRCTC, where you book the tickets, correct? You have your Redbus. Then we have your banking system. That is what we
Yes,
call
sir.
internet banking. Correct? Internet banking. And we have our Book My Show. Correct? We have Swiggy, we have Zomato. So many things are there. All these things are what, sir? My client server software. Best client server software is your vtu.results.ac.com. What is that? www.vturesults.ac.com. You're using this since the first semester, sir. Correct? Yes. Now, can you see your result with internet? Right? It requires internet, it requires database, it requires server. Correct, not, sir? All these type of softwares we called as what, sir? Client server softwares. Clear? Yes, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Done, sir? Now, sir, I want to develop these kind of software. What kind of software, sir? Just have a look. What kind of software I want to develop? Desktop based software. Then your core Java is enough. What is enough, sir? Please tell me. What is enough, sir? Core Java knowledge is enough, sir. Your core skills, if you have, more than enough. Sir, I want to develop these kind of software. Then core Java is not enough. Sir, core Java is not enough to develop these kind of software. Core Java is not enough. Are you guys getting it, sir? Yes, everybody. Sir, then which type of softwares are more in the market, sir? In the market, which is used commonly, which is used very frequently? Remember, only 10% of the softwares are desktop based. Only 10% are hard. 10% of the softwares which is present in the market is desktop. Remaining 90% of the softwares are what, sir? Remaining 90% of the softwares are what, sir? Client server based softwares. Sir, now I am getting a job in IT company. Which type of applications or which type of projects I will be working on, sir? Client server based or desktop based? Yes, sir. Client server based or desktop based? Remember, you will be working on client server based application, client server based projects once you get the job. That is 90% of the industry's project. In fact, 90% of the softwares that we are using day-to-day life, all the softwares are what, sir? Your client server based software. For that client server based softwares to develop, core Java is not enough. Core Java is not enough. You should have full stack development skill. You should have what, sir? Full stack development skills. Are you guys clear, sir? Yes. Now I will give you one simple example, one simple common example to understand the client server based software in a more better way. Fine, sir? You people are getting it, sir? You people are getting it slowly now. What are the different types of softwares we have and so on and so forth? Yes.
sir.
Perfect, sir. Super. Now let me take one simple client server based software which most of the people, most of the university people, most of the engineering graduate people have seen it in your day-to-day life. Right? What is it, sir? I am going to use our common and very familiar example. This is what I give for every class that I take. Best example for client server based software is this. So we have something like www.vturesults.ac.in. You cannot forget this, correct, sir? Yes or no? Once you go to this www.vturesults.ac.in, you will get box here. One box you will get. You will get one box here, and here it will tell you, can you please enter your USN? Can you please enter what's your USN? So after this, you will have two buttons here. One button says submit, other button says cancel. Similar to this. Here you will have submit, and here you will have cancel. Two buttons will be there. Now, all of you believe that this www.vturesults.ac.in, is it a client server application or standalone application? Can you tell me, sir? Client server, standalone?
Client server.
Client server, right?
Client, sir.
Yes. Why? Because to see
Yes.
your results, you need an internet.
Because
All your results are stored in the database. You have a separate server called VTU server here. Correct, sir? Okay. Now I want people to imagine one bigger picture here. What is that, sir? What is that? Sir, we have one university called VTU, and the people who are not from VTU, you can compare this to your respective universities, sir. Maybe JNTU University, or maybe Anna University, or Bangalore University, or autonomous colleges. You can compare with your respective college universities. One university will have multi colleges under this, correct now? And each college will have multiple branches, and each branch will have multiple students. Are you able to understand the picture, sir? One university, under one university, multiple colleges, under multiple college, multiple branches, under multiple branches, multiple students. Now, just imagine how many students will there under VTU now. Can I say not less than 1 lakh students, sir? Can I say not less than 1 lakh? At least 1 lakh students are VTU students. Can I? Yes or no? Minimum. Big university, sir.
Yes,
VTU
sir.
University is a very big university. You have hundreds of colleges under VTU. Each colleges will have multiple departments. Each department will have hundreds of students. So when you look at the number of colleges, number of students, and number of branches together under one VTU, you will get lakhs of students. You will get lakhs of students. Now, once your VTU conducts an exam. I think final year students have just completed the exam, or maybe they're undergoing the exam now. You all people will write the exam in your respective colleges. Correct, no? Which if KNS people will write in KNS, your HKBK people will write in HKBK college, AAT people will write in AAT college. Whichever college you belongs to, you will be writing the exam in the respective college. Sir, once the exams gets over, say for example, I had an exam from 2 to 5. Sir, 3 hours exam I will finish. Once the exam gets over, room invigilator will collect all your booklets. At the end of the day. Correct, no? After collecting all the booklets, what will he do? He will take it to his home. No. What he will do is he will pack your booklets. He will take all the booklets, then he will pack. He will prepare one bundle. He will prepare one big pack. So fine. Then later, once all the exams are done, they will send that bundle to VTU office. In our case, VTU office is in Belgaum, sir. VTU is in Belgaum. Correct, no? Now, once your exams are done, different colleges, different branches, different students have written exam. Now 1 lakh students have written the exam. Now once your exams are done, now your job is over. Your faculty's job will start. What is your faculty job? Correction. You have to correct your golden answers, what you write in the booklets, no? They have to rectify your answers. They have to correct your answers, right? Yes. So for that, they might take 15, 20 days or maybe 1 month of time from different colleges, different branches, different faculties will go to VTU and they will evaluate the answers that you have written. Once evaluation is done, what will they do? They will call you. Oh, you got this much marks. Very good. Hey, you got this marks. You got this marks. They will call and inform you. Or they will tell everybody, please come to Belgaum and see the result. They will tell like this. What will they do, sir? Now I want to understand the internal things. I want everybody to understand the internal things. Once the exams or evaluation is done, results are done, evaluation is done, what next? What next? What will they do? After evaluating your answers, what will they do? They will
upload
your result in the database. This is nothing but my database. They will upload the result where are in the database, and this database may be Oracle database, this database may be SQL Server, this database may be DB2, this database may be MySQL, anything, sir. Some database they will upload the result. After uploading the result in the database, VTU people should tell you all people, hey guys, your result has been uploaded in this database. This is the address. Correct, no? Please go to this address. You will be able to see your result. They should inform you, right? Correct, no? Where they have kept the result, sir, they have to inform you guys, right? Yes, the address should be given to you guys, right? Yes, that address is nothing but this www.vturesults.ac.in. Sir, what is this, sir? It is nothing but an address. It is nothing but a location where the student's result has been stored. It is a location where the student's result is present. It is the location where the student's result is uploaded. This address we technically called as URL. What is this technically called, sir? This technically we called as URL. Sir, what does URL signify? What does URL indicate? It is a location where the results has been stored. Correct? Sir, we all people read www.gmail.com. What is that gmail.com? It is the location where all our Gmail mails has been stored. www.facebook.com. What is that? It is the location where all my Facebook information has been stored. www.bookmyshow.com. What is that? It is the location where I can book the tickets to some movies, XYZ movies. Correct, sir? So that location we technically called as URL. Clear, sir? Once you enter this URL, www.vturesults.ac.com, you will immediately ask you, can you please enter your USN? Enter here 1DA 04CS 025. Sir, this is my USN. This is my USN. When I was in engineering college, it was my USN. So fine. Once after you enter the USN, you will nothing but ID or roll number. It's the unique number with the students. So fine. Now you enter the USN. What you will do next? You will write submit. So once you write submit, your result you will be able to see. Correct, sir? I want you to understand internally what happens. Internally what happens, sir? Concentrate here. Once you write the submit, then there will be something called as server. Here you will have something called as the server. Sir, what server this is? This is my VTU server. Let me write it here, sir. This is what, sir? VTU server. Similarly, you will have Gmail server. Similarly, you will have Facebook server. Similarly, we have HDFC Bank server, ICICI Bank server, Flipkart server, Book My Show server. Different applications will have their own servers. Correct, sir? Now, once you click on submit, what happens actually? Internally, what happens, sir? Request will be sent from here to here. What happens, sir? Please tell me. Request will be sent from this particular page to this particular server. So here I will write request sent. I'll write here what, sir? Request sent. Sir, once the request sent to the server, in the server, VTU people have designed one server where the people have written lot of logic that will again further send a request to database. It is sending a request to what's a database. Now request sent here from what server is sending a request to whom, sir? Database. I'll write request sent. Now, sir, out of the 1 lakh students result here, how many students result is there, sir? 1 lakh students result is present here. 1 lakh students result is present here in the database, sir. Out of this 1 lakh students result, it will fetch only your result, sir. Now, can you tell me why is it fetching only your result? On what basis it is fetching your only your result, sir? Because you would have entered your USN. You would have entered your USN. Sir, this is unique for every student. You can call it as ID, you can call it as roll number, or we will call it as USN in VTU language. So, fine. This particular information in database language we call it as primary key. Those who are attending SQL, you might be already having some this information. So we call this as what, sir? Primary key. Sir, what is this primary key? It is a key used to identify the student uniquely, used to identify the record in the table uniquely. Sir, if you don't enter USN, you can't see your result, sir. True or not? Correct, no? Have you observed, are you able to get the result without entering USN? Are you able to see the result without entering USN? Can you do that, sir? No. Compulsory, it will tell you, hey man, first you enter USN. Without USN, I cannot get your result because 1 lakh people's result is present. I need something so that I can get that result uniquely. That is the reason compulsory should enter what, sir? USN. Now, whatever 1 lakh students result is there, your result is ready and it will send that result back to the server. It will send the result back to what, sir? Server. We call this as response. What do you call, sir? We call this as response. Sir, here you are getting response from whom? Response from database. Response from whom, sir? Response from database. Once you get a response to the server, then immediately, response from database. Okay, fine. Next, you will send this here back to the server. Whatever results you got from the database, you will direct that result or you will send that result back to the page. And this is called response, but this is response from whom? Response from what, sir? Server. So this is the response from database, and then you will get the response from server. Then you will be able to see first class, second class, your 1 gone, 2 gone, FCD, all subjects are gone, all subjects are stamped. Then you will be able to see what's the result. All these things happens inside within a fraction of seconds. Within a fraction of seconds, all these things is going to take place that you people will not even understand what is happening internally. Sir, I just entered the USN, submit, tack, you got the result. But internally, what happened? Did you understood? Internally, what happened? Did you understood? So, yes, first request will be sent to server. Then from server, request will be sent to database. From database, millions of students' result is there. It will fetch only your result. Then it will take the result back and then send it to the page. Then it will be able to display the result in your website. Then you can see your result. Clear, sir? Everyone? Yes? Perfect. Sir, this type of software, your VTU, it is a client server software. You can see client, this page, this page, right? We technically call this by multiple names. We can call it as GUI. We call it as what's a GUI or graphical user interface. Fine. Some people will call only UI. That is also same. Some people will call front end. That is also correct. Some people will call this as client end. Some people call this as what's a client end. All these 4 names are same. GUI end, UI end, front end, client end. All are same. So then this end, we call it as middle end, or we call it as server end. Middle end or server end. This end we call it as, yes sir, backend or DB end or database end or rare end. All these are same, sir. Rare end, database administrator or DB end or whatever. Backend, so fine. Sir, want or a software which contains all these three: front end, middle end, and back end. We call these type of software or these type of architecture as client server architecture. In fact, how many layers here, sir? How many layers are here? 3 layers are there: front end, middle end, and back end.
Yes, sir.
And we call this as 3-tier architecture. What do you call this, sir? 3-tier architecture. Sir, I have only front end, no server, no database. We call it as 1-tier. Sir, I have front end and middle end, or maybe front end and the back end. We call it as 2-tier architecture. Sir, we have front end also, middle end also, back end also. So we call it as 3-tier architecture. Sir, after 3-tier, do you have 4-tier, 5-tier, 6-tier, 7-tier? After 3-tier, what is so? Anybody? After 3-tier, what is there? You have 1-tier.
Yes, sir. We have.
You have 2-tier. We have 3-tier. After 3-tier, we have 4-tier, 5-tier, 6-tier, 7-tier. No, you don't have 4, 5, 6, 7-tier, sir. After 3-tier, we have n-tier. N is not constant here. N may be 4, N may be 5, N may be 6, N may be 7. We don't know. We generally call it as what, sir? N-tier architecture. Sir, why do we call this as n-tier, sir? Why are we calling it as n-tier? I will explain this. So now I want to work in this particular front end. I want to work in the front end. Then if you want in the work in the front end, you should know web technologies. Sir, which skills are used in the front end, sir? Please tell me. Which skills are used in the front end, sir? Web technologies, which means HTML. You will have to learn CSS, and JavaScript. All these 3 things will come under what's the front end. Sir, if I am good at web technology, then you will be able to work in the front end. Sir, I want to work in the middle end. Then you should know core Java first. You should know what, sir? Core Java. Then you should know J2EE. Then you should know framework. Framework is optional, by the way. But still, you will learn what's a framework. Sir, I want to work in the back end. Then you should know SQL. Then you should know what's a SQL. Good. Sir, now I want to work in all the 3. Then you should know web technology. You should know core Java. You should know J2EE. You should know framework, and you should know SQL. Is it clear? Now, are you understanding which subjects are in which end? In the front end, what subject we use? In the middle end, what subject we use? In the back end, what subject we use? You getting an idea now? You guys are getting an idea, sir? Which end, what subjects are being used? Fine. Okay, now 5-6 years back, which means I'm talking about in 2014 and 15, companies used to hire, give me very good front end developer. Companies used to hire, give me very good developer. Companies used to hire, give me very good middle end developer, server end developer. This was the trend 5-6 years back. 5-6 years back in 14, 15 and all. But now the trend has completely changed. The trend has completely changed. Now the customers are asking, companies are asking, give me a candidate, give me a student who can work in all the 3 ends. He should be able to work in the front end also. He should be able to work in the middle end also. He should be able to work in the back end also. To somebody who can work in all these 3 ends, then such people who works in all these 3, we call such people as full stack developer. Call such people as what, sir? Full stack developer. It is one of the commonly used term in the industry now. Give me full stack people. Give me full stack people. Full stack means anybody can work in all these 3 ends. We call such people as what, sir? Full stack developer. Nowadays, trend full stack, no specific front end, no back end. You have to work in all the 3 ends, sir. Most of the companies are nowadays expecting you to work in all these 3 ends. Such developers we call as full stack developer. You understand the meaning of full stack now, sir? The course what you have learned here, or the course what you are going to learn here, Entire core talking about. I said 5 subjects you will learn here. Core Java, J2EE, framework, web technology, and SQL. All these 5 subjects together we called as stack developer. In the front end, what skills are used? In the middle end, what skills are used? In the back end, what skills are used? I hope now you understood. What is the meaning of full stack? You got it, sir? Everybody?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Powerful.
Yes, sir.
Super. Good. Good. Now, I'll take another 5 minutes, then we will wind up the class. So, fine. Okay. Now, here, some interesting things you people should know, sir. What is it? What is it, sir? Now, listen this, all of you. Mute it, sir. Mute. Listen. Mute and listen. Fine. Sir, assume,
Sir.
let's say, I have, VTU people will tell you, evening 5 o'clock, your results will be announced. Just assume, sir, evening 5 o'clock, your results will be announced. Fine. One day before they said, tomorrow evening 5 o'clock, you will get the result. Fine. Once they tell tomorrow 5 o'clock, results will be announced. Now tell me, how many students are eagerly waiting to see the result? How many students are eagerly waiting to see the result? At least 1 lakh? Correct, no? Because 1 lakh students are under VTU, no? Correct, no? 1 lakh students.
All VTU
Now,
students, sir.
for all the 1 lakh students, this is the address, the same URL, right? URL will not change first from student to student, right? Yes. For every 1 lakh student, for all the 1 lakh students, VTU results.ac.in remains same. Then they will enter the USN ready. Some of you people might be entering from the mobile, some of you people maybe from the laptop, or somebody from the desktop, or somebody from the internet site, from their place, maybe from Ballari, maybe from Bangalore, maybe from Mysore, maybe from Bihar, maybe from Kolkata, maybe from Jammu Kashmir, maybe from Madhya Pradesh, maybe from Gujarat, Rajasthan. Wherever you are, sir, you have to use the same URL. You cannot change it, sir. Correct, no? Now, 1 lakh students have entered the USN. The moment 5 o'clock time is up, then everybody are submit. Everybody are submit. Now tell me what happens here. What happens?
Crashes.
Huh? When
will
1
crash.
lakh students at 5 o'clock
Sir.
start sending the request, then this server will become slow, right? That is where you can see server slow, sir, I am not getting result. Server slow, sir, I am not getting result. Correct, no? You people have experienced this problem? Yes, because everybody are attacking the server at a time. Then so many requests to your server is getting, then server is not able to process those requests, and obviously response will be slow. What will be slow, sir? Response will be slow. Then because once the request, once the server gets the request, it has to send the request back to the database. Then again it has to receive response. Then that response has to be redirected back to the front end. This will take time. But when everybody starts sending request to server will become slow. So then what my VTU people will do, instead of keeping server, because too many requests once one server is getting, first server will become slow. If you don't handle it properly, then server might crash. Server might crash also. So that is the reason what VTU will do, they will keep another server here. Same server, sir. Let me call it as server 1. Let me call this as server 2. And they might have another server here. So let me call this as server 3. Sir, like this, how many servers VTU might be having? That depends upon VTU, sir. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. We don't know. So now, what is the purpose of these multiple servers? Please tell me. Why there are multiple servers? Because these requests, whatever user is telling, be able to redirect. Some request will go to server 1, some request will come to server 2, some request will come to server 3. So when requests are getting distributed, then server, you are actually balancing the load. What are you doing here, sir? You are actually balancing the load. Instead of loading everything into one server, you are actually distributing the load to 3 different servers. You are distributing the load among the servers. This process is what we call as load balancing servers. What do you call this, sir? Load balancing. servers. What is the meaning of load balancing, sir? Instead of one server handling too many requests, it will distribute the request to different servers. Sir, once the requests are getting distributed to different servers, then obviously load will be less for one server. Correct, no? Same thing, sir. Same thing even for database. Sir, when you keep 1 lakh students record in one database, then these servers will hit one database, then database server will be crashed. Then instead of keeping it database, they might keep in first database 1. Let me call this as database 2, and let me call this database 3. Sir, when they are having different, maybe around 50,000 here, 20,000 here, 30,000 here, then server send some request to database, send some request to this database, then send some request to this database. So you are balancing the load in the database, you are balancing the load in the server also. We call this process as load balancing servers or load balancing concept. And so now when how many databases will be there? We don't know. How many servers will be there? We don't know. That is the reason we call it as entire. After 3, we don't know how many servers. We don't know how many databases. It depends upon the application. That is the reason we generally tell after 3 tier, we don't 4, 5, 6, 7 tier. After 3 tier, we have entire architecture. Is it clear? Did you understood? So yes. Okay. Now here VTU server will be busy only when the results are announced. Correct? No. It is not like VTU server will be busy 24/7 and all the 365 days. No, right? VTU server will be busy only when the results are announced. But there are some servers which will be busy 24/7 and all the 365 days of the year. It will be busy. Can you tell me what servers are? What type of servers do you think they are 24/7 busy? Gmail server, Facebook server, WhatsApp server, Instagram servers. Now VTU only 1 lakh people, sir. Now imagine how many people are having account in Gmail. How many? Billions of people, sir. Have you seen anywhere Google is down? Have you seen anywhere Gmail is down? Have you come across any time Facebook is down? Have you come across this situation? Have you come across anywhere Flipkart is down? Have you come across anywhere HDFC Bank is down? Why? Why? Because these applications are such applications which will work almost 24/7. Especially the Gmail, especially Facebook, Instagram, all these things will work 24/7. Sir, when these applications are working 24/7, just imagine how many hours they might be having. Because billions of requests will come at a time, any point of time. So billions of requests will come. Your response should be fast, and your server should not crash. And just imagine how many servers Google has kept for Gmail, how many servers your Mark Zuckerberg has kept for Facebook, how many servers he has kept for Instagram, how many servers are there for your HDFC Bank, how many servers are there for ICICI Bank. Are you able to imagine the picture? VTU is one university and one Dabba websites are correct now. It is
Yes,
busy
sir.
only during some time, during result time. But after that it will be fine. But imagine the big applications, imagine the big server, imagine the big projects. For those things, they will be going for multiple servers and multiple databases. That is the reason we call it as entire architecture. Hope you got it, sir. Hope you got it. Everybody, you understood the meaning of why it is entire? Why not 4, 5, 6 tier? You understood why it is entire? Everyone? Yes? That's all. That's all, sir. That's
Sir.
it for the day today. That's it. So what we have understood today is, we just understood the contents. What are we going to learn in core Java? Then we understood full stack development means what? What is the meaning of client server software? In the client server software, the meaning of 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier, and entire. Yes, one simple example for client server software. What is the meaning of load balancing? And very important thing, which subjects will be fit in which end? In the front end, what subjects are going to fit? In the middle end, what subjects are going to fit? In the back end, which subjects are going to fit? I hope you got that. Fine, sir. So tomorrow we will discuss about why Java, why not C++, why software, Why I need to develop a software, man? Things will be fine without a software, right? Why people started developing software? Why? What is the reason? Fine. All this history we will understand tomorrow. So fine. That's it. That's it for the day. Hope you enjoyed the session. Tomorrow we'll be continuing the class, and your tomorrow's class will be, almost same time. Tomorrow I try to connect by 6:40, sir. Try to connect all of you people by 6:40, and we'll continue again from tomorrow. Okay. Take care. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye, sir. Take care, sir.